This program is produced and brought to you by Nikhil Sablania. If taxes bother you, then this video is for you. Taxes, a word that makes many people's blood run cold. It's a burden that falls on us every year. This is the price of a well-functioning society, right? But have you ever wondered where these taxes actually go? Roads, schools, hospitals. These things don't just build themselves. They are all built with our tax money. But the story of taxes isn't just limited to paying government bills. It's a long, wide, and complicated story. This story is as old as civilization itself, full of twists and turns, and full of many revolts. Taxes have taken a different form in every era. We're going on an adventurous journey through the history of taxes, from ancient times to the age of robots. Fasten your seatbelts, because this journey is going to be very interesting. We'll see how different countries handle taxes, and whether raising taxes helps or harms ordinary people like us. We'll also peek into that scary future where robots are taking our jobs. Will the form of taxes change in the future? This isn't just about numbers, it's about people. It's the story of the people who struggle with this system every day. It's about understanding how money shapes our world. It's a system that affects every aspect of our lives. And believe me, it's not as boring as it sounds. There's a lot to learn and understand. So get ready to learn about taxes like you've never imagined. This is a journey that will change your thinking. Because believe it or not, it affects all of us every day. And it's very important for us to understand it. Let's hop into our time machine and go way back, on a journey that will take us through different periods of history. I mean, back to the time of ancient Egypt, where pyramids and pharaohs ruled. They had taxes back then too, you know? Yes, you heard that right. The idea of taxes is as old as civilization itself. Back then, they didn't use money. They used grain. Farmers would give a portion of their harvest to the pharaoh. It was a kind of barter system. Think of it as the income tax department of the old days, just with fewer audits and more pyramids. And yes, no complicated tax forms. Now, let's fast forward a few thousand years and bam, the Roman Empire. Another great civilization that made taxes even more complex. They taxed everything from salt to, get this, toilets. Really, imagine. Taxes on every little thing. The Romans loved taxes. They needed money for their huge armies and infrastructure. For their aqueducts, you know, the water systems and roads. But even they knew where to draw the line. Remember, no taxation without representation? That idea became very important later on. Yeah, that's what started the revolution in America. The Boston Tea Party is a great example. The Boston Tea Party was a major event in 1773. The British government put a heavy tax on tea in the American colonies, which made the colonists very angry. The colonists protested against taxation without representation. They attacked British tea ships and threw the tea into Boston Harbor. It was a major act of rebellion against the British government. This event fueled the American Revolution and eventually led to America's independence. It shows how sensitive and important the issue of taxation can be. And don't even get me started on Britain. Remember Robin Hood? He was kind of a tax rebel. Yeah, he stole from the rich and gave to the poor because taxes were too high. It was a kind of social justice. All over the world, every country has its own tax story. Every place has a different and unique tax system. Canada has the Goods and Services Tax, or GST as they call it. It's a key part of their economy. France likes the Value-Added Tax, or VAT, which is applied at every stage. While Germany has a ton of taxes, one is even for solidarity. It's part of their social welfare system. Australia, they tax everything, mate, and it's become a part of their lifestyle. Now, let's talk about the economy. The economy is a delicate balance, which is very important to understand and manage. It's a complicated thing with many factors involved. Like a mouse solving a jigsaw puzzle. Fitting every piece in the right place is very important. And taxes, they are a big piece of that puzzle, keeping the whole system in balance. Governments provide all sorts of things with taxes, from education and healthcare to infrastructure and defense. These services are very important for society. The idea is simple. You pay taxes, and the government uses that money to make everyone's lives better. It's like a social contract. But here's the catch. Too much tax can slow down the economy, like trying to run while tied up. It puts pressure on both businesses and individuals. Businesses might invest less, and people might work less. This affects overall economic growth. On the other hand, too little tax means the government can't provide essential services. This can lead to a decline in the quality of public services. It's about finding the sweet spot, the balance between collecting revenue and not scaring away businesses and taxpayers. This balance is the key to economic stability. Some economists say that raising taxes can help the economy, especially to fund social programs like education and healthcare. These programs can provide long-term benefits. The idea is that these programs can create a productive workforce and a healthy population, which ultimately benefits everyone. A balanced approach is the key to sustainable growth. This program is produced and brought to you by Nikhil Sablania. Okay, let's talk about taxes and how important they are in India. Taxes play a huge role in building the country's economy, and they directly affect our lives, especially the lives of poor people. In a country with such a large population, paying taxes correctly is a powerful tool for social development. Taxes fund essential services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. These services are crucial for poor people because they rely on government assistance for their basic needs. For example, government schools educate millions of children who can't afford private education. Similarly, public hospitals provide medical care to those who can't afford private hospitals. However, tax evasion is a big problem in India. When people and companies don't pay taxes, the government runs out of money and can't provide these essential services. This slows down development and increases the gap between the rich and the poor. Paying taxes correctly can make the economy stronger and more inclusive. With proper taxes, the government can invest in social programs that help poor people, create jobs, and improve everyone's standard of living. On the other hand, tax evasion leads to a budget deficit, forcing the government to cut essential services, and this affects poor people the most. So, even though taxes might seem like a burden, they are essential for building a good and equal society. Proper tax collection and reducing tax evasion strengthens the economy, which benefits everyone, from the rich to the poor. Now I know what you're thinking. Taxes. Helping. Yeah, right, but hear me out. If used correctly, taxes can be a powerful tool for good. Remember those roads, schools, and hospitals we talked about? They're built with your tax money. Think of it like a big community potluck. Everyone contributes what they can, and everyone gets to enjoy the meal. Yes, some people can bring more than others, but that's the point of a progressive tax system. Those who can afford it contribute more. And the best part, when we invest in education and healthcare, we're not just helping the people who directly benefit, we're creating a ripple effect that strengthens the entire economy. A healthy, educated workforce is more productive, which means more jobs, higher wages, and a stronger economy for everyone. Now let's turn our attention to Africa, a continent with immense potential, but also many challenges. Taxes play a crucial role in Africa's development, but it's a complex issue. Many African countries struggle with low tax revenue, making it difficult to fund essential services and invest in infrastructure. It's clear that fair and efficient tax systems are essential for Africa's sustainable development. By increasing tax revenue, African nations can break free from dependence on foreign aid and pave their own path towards prosperity. But it's not just about collecting more taxes, it's about collecting them fairly and justly. This means tackling tax evasion, broadening the tax base, and ensuring that everyone contributes their fair share. Chapter 6: Human versus Machine: The Impact of Mechanization on Jobs. Fasten your seatbelts, because we're about to enter the world of robots and automation. Mechanization, the process of replacing human labor with machines, has been going on for centuries. But in recent years, it has really sped up, thanks to technology. I'm not here to say that robots are going to take all our jobs and leave us in the dust, but it's no secret that automation is changing the job market. Some jobs are disappearing entirely, while others are changing beyond recognition. The challenge is how we adapt to this changing landscape. We need to invest in education and training programs that teach people the skills they'll need to succeed in a future where robots are our co-workers. Section 7: Rise of the Machines, Artificial Intelligence and the Future of Work. If mechanization is about replacing our physical strength with machines, then artificial intelligence, or AI, is about replacing our minds. AI is all around us, from the algorithms that run our social media feeds to the virtual assistants that answer our questions. And just like mechanization, AI has the power to completely change the job market. Some experts believe that AI will eventually become even smarter than humans, allowing robots to perform very complex tasks in the future. This raises some serious questions about the future of work. What happens when robots can do everything we can do but better and for less money? What role will humans play in a world filled with AI? These are the questions we need to start thinking about now. Chapter 8: Managing Your Money, Saving and Spending Wisely. Okay, enough talk about robots and the future of work. Let's talk about something closer to home: your own money. In a world of financial uncertainty, being smart with your money is more important than ever. This means living within your means, saving for the future, and avoiding unnecessary debt. This isn't always easy, especially when we're bombarded with messages telling us to buy, buy, buy. But believe me, nothing is more empowering than taking control of your finances. Start by creating a budget and tracking your spending. Find ways to cut back on unnecessary expenses and make it a habit to save money, even if it's just a few dollars a week. Chapter 9. Learn more, do more. Resources for economic empowerment. Congratulations! You've completed the journey through taxes, the economy, and the future of work. But this is just the beginning. The more you learn about these issues, the better equipped you'll be to navigate the complexities of the modern world. There are many resources available for those who want to learn more about the economy. Read books by economists like Karl Marx and stay up to date on current events. One book I highly recommend is The Division of Labor and Manufacturing by Nikhil Sablania. It is based on the writings of Karl Marx. It's a thought-provoking book that explores the division of labor and its impact on society. You can order it online at nspmart.com or by calling 852-753-3051 or 8851188170. And remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand about the economy, the better decisions you can make for yourself, your family, and your community. The writings and speeches of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also offer insights into economic empowerment. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching this video.